Hello Bellas and Bellos, welcome back. This is your girl Shay and this is Shey Bella, the channel and the place where you can come and relax and not worry about anything, hang out with your girl and just like have a good time. I talk about fashion, I talk about saving you money, I love designer consignment, a little bit of lifestyle, obviously beauty is my passion, and we're gonna do little story times here and there. And I have one for you today. So, I'm not for sure if you guys think this or feel this, but I believe in guardian angels. I do. Not only because I have a relationship and faith in God, and I've seen his work personally. So I know everyone has different views and beliefs, and they may believe in Buddha, or you know, they may believe in Allah, they may believe in, everyone has their, they may not believe in anything, but you still may think, oh, it's luck. Well, I don't think about luck. I think it is the angels. I think it's my Heavenly Father protecting me. So I'm going to tell you an example, and I have plenty of stories to tell you. Maybe we'll do a little angel story session because you wouldn't believe. It's not fluke. It's not by coincidence. I had some people protecting me. So I'm very precautious, guys. I come from a very aware family. I'm very cautious, okay? So I'm always watching out for the killers and the bad guys. So let's go back in time in my 20s where I was staying over at my boyfriend's house, ex-boyfriend's house at the time. He was out partying with the guys. Maybe they were going to some hot club. I was living in Toronto, Canada at the time. So I'm at his house. I'm familiar and comfortable with his house because I've stayed over his house many of times. I had my own place, but I was always over there. So I'm gonna wait for him and just maybe watch some TV and have some wine. So it's chilling. I'm in the den downstairs. It's maybe around 11:30. I hear the doorbell. And I'm thinking, okay, he has a key. Why would he ring the doorbell? He has a garage clicker. He can go in the garage, but maybe he lost it. So I go to the door, and before I assume it's him, I say, who is it? And they said some random ploy name, is Tony there? I'm like, no, there's no Tony. And immediately my radar, my senses, my gut told me something wasn't right here. So he lived in Toronto in a very nice neighborhood. His driveway was really, really long with like forest trees surrounding it. So we were very secluded. So it wasn't like the neighbor was next door, but it's not like he can just like see me. And when I ran upstairs to check if someone was in the driveway, I saw a van at the very end of the driveway. Okay, my heart, I'm like, oh Lord, oh my gosh, help me. And then a sense of, you're gonna be okay. A sense of action came up upon me, and I said, okay, I'm in this huge house alone. I have his sister's car, so the garage was connected to the house, so I can connect to the garage and escape through the long driveway. I could stay here and turn on the alarm and pray that they don't come, but they knew that someone was there, and they still were staying at the end of the driveway. Like, what are you waiting for? Why are you staying? Are you thinking like, hey, we're gonna get this girl, we're gonna come and get her? Maybe they knew the sister was out the country. So in that community, you know, they would always say, you know, don't let people know when you're going out of town, because then people will come and like rob your house or whatever. And I would remember him always saying, you know, don't mention that my sister's gonna go out of town to the local deli or whatever, because, you know, people like think that way. And I'm like, oh, okay. I never mentioned it or whatever, but I automatically, that came to my head, like, maybe they heard that his sister's out of town and they think he's out of town and they're coming, and I don't know. So I had to think fast. And I believe it was my guardian angels that gave me clarity and was with me. And I didn't want to wait for the cops because I didn't know how long I had before they would come in. There was no way out besides going out the long driveway, backyard, the neighbors, I would have to climb a high fence. No, it wasn't, no. So I thought fast, and I threw on clothes and grabbed the keys and got in the car, opened the garage door, gunned it to the end of the driveway. At this time, the car, I guess as they saw me backing out, they moved up. So they passed. So I didn't see, they moved up past the drive at the end of the driveway. So when I drove by, I can kind of see them, but I was so nervous. I just drove by like really crazy. And I just thought, let me go to the gas station. I didn't have a phone on me. I'm begging the gas attendant, can he like call 911? He's giving me a hard time. I'm like, I just needed to get the heck out of that house. I knew that I was a female, that I was in a secluded area. I knew that there was a long driveway no one could see. I knew that my ex-boyfriend at the time would not be due home until after 2. I did not feel comfortable waiting for the cops. So my gut, my guardian angel told me to first, don't open the door, check who was at the door, run upstairs to see if they were in the driveway, then leave. So I called the cops at the gas station. They followed me. They meet me at the gas station. They followed me back to the house. I'm like sweating bricks. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to get a hold of my boyfriend. Of course, he's partying. He came nowhere, not answering me. I'm freaking out. As I'm talking to the police officers, this nervous girl in the middle of the night thinking someone's about to get me, okay? They're looking around the house going, hey, so who lives here? I'm like, my boyfriend and his sister. Oh, what do they do? I'm like, what does that have to do with there were bad guys at my driveway, at my door, at 11 o'clock, past 11 o'clock at night? I'm getting nervous thinking about it. Trying to get me, asking for a fake name, and staying at the end of the driveway, and you're worried about what they do? What does that? I'm like, they have a family business. What does that have anything? Can you please like go look for them? Or like they're looking around. Oh. So the cops are just trying to make assumption, right? Because, you know, I guess that's what they have to do. But I thought that was not appropriate when that had nothing to do with when they heard my ex-boyfriend's name, they assumed by the name that, oh, maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But it had nothing to do with the fact that I was a girl in distress needing help. And anyway, so the cops come, they find they look around. Obviously they searched the house, the burglars, the bad guys didn't come in, they left. I guess they got scared. I run off to my ex-boyfriend's aunts and uncle's house, which they lived 5 minutes away, had to wake them up in the middle of the night and wait for my ex to come. And then we proceeded to go look for the bad guys. He was on a macho rage thinking he was going to find the bad guys. And I was coming down off of a panic attack because I knew that it wasn't good. I knew that they weren't there looking for the wrong address. I knew that they were there with a van and I was a girl by myself and that it wasn't a good situation. But instead of screaming and crying, the first thing that came to my mind was, you got to get out of here. And I don't know how I had the guts because I was so scared, but I did it. And I know that that was my guardian angel protecting me that night and making sure I was okay and giving me clarity. So I believe in guardian angels and I definitely pray to them. And I think they're a beautiful gift. And I have many more guardian angel stories to tell you. That was just one that always gives me the heebie-jeebies of thinking like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I going to do? That's the worst. Anyways, fellas, that was my story time on how I got away from the burglars, the bad guys, and how my guardian angels, they saved me. They really did. They were with me. Anyway, fellas, please let me know if you have a guardian angel story, if you believe in guardian angels, if you think I'm just Looney Tune, anything. Let's just get a little dialogue going on. I really appreciate you watching, and thanks to all my new Bellas that have joined, all my new friends. I love you and appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Stay beautiful, and don't forget to always Be good to yourself. Bye, Bellas.